Hi everyone, this video is about talking about yesterday homeworks. So I pick up two questions to talk about. The first one is question 12. So you can take a look of it. Okay, I think most of you can use the partial variations that we talked in these 2 days. So for question 12, part A, I think most of you can set up the equation. A is equals to K1B plus K2C, okay? And we know that where K1, K2 don't equal to 0. Okay, so I just skip the steps. And then finally, you should get that for K1 is equals to 4 and K2 is equals to -6. So the final, the whole equation will be A is equals to 4B minus 6C. Okay, but one reminder is that the question asks you to express C in terms of A and B. That means we have to change C to be the subject. Okay, so in this sentence, in the red sentence, you see A is the subject. That means we have to do further calculation in order to make C to be the subject. Okay, so first, I will move the -6C to the left-hand side so that it will become 6C. At the same time, we'll put the A to the right-hand side. It will become 4B minus A. And finally, the 6 in front of C should be divided to the right-hand side. And then, this is the final answer. Okay, great. Okay, then, part B, it is also obvious that we use the result in part A, and then, by the method of substitution, that A is equals to 10, while B is equals to 13. Okay, so C is just simply calculated by the substitution, and we can get that it is equals to 7. Okay, and finally for part C, that is one thing that I want to talk about. Most of you may be confused about also how can we use this sentence B is equals to 3A, and then what should we find or what should we calculate in order to find C, the ratio C to A? Okay, so don't worry, I will talk about it. So it is given that B is equals to 3A. Okay, at the same time, we can take a look or we can reuse the result in part A. C is equals to 4B minus A divided by 6. As you can see, it is given that B is equals to 3A. Okay, so the B in this equation, we can change it into 3A. Therefore, 4 times 3A minus A equals to 6. And then C is equals to 11A divided by 6. And also, 6C equals to 11A. Okay, so our final step. When we talk about C to A, that means we want to find or change it into a fraction C over A. Okay, so put a star for you if you do not know how to express the answer. Then when we take a look back to the last sentence in our calculation, 6C equals to 11 times A. Then we just simply put the A back to the left-hand side, and then the number 6 to the right-hand side. Then we can get that C over A equals to 11 over 6. And that's already the answer. And then we finally write C to A equals to 11 to 6. And that's the ratio. Okay, if students have any question of it, then please read to take a look of the videos again about these questions, and then I want to talk about question 21. Okay, and I believe that most of you, again, can write down the equation P equals to K1 QR plus K2 R squared. Okay, where K1, K2 not equal to 0. Okay, and then by substitution, I think you can get the first equation. Okay, so I think most of you can do it. But how about this question or this information? How can we use it as Q is equals to 5R is equals to 15 when P is equals to 18? Okay, so I just simply write it down. Q is equals to 5R is equals to 15. Okay, how can we read this information or how can we use it? So when we take a look of Q is equals to 5R. So Q is equals to 5R. At the same time, if we consider Q is equals to 15, so that means we want to find the value of R when Q is equals to 15, then we just simply put it into the first equation. 15 equals to 5R. And we can get that R is equals to 3. So therefore, there are three information already. That is, Q is equals to 15, R is equals to 3, and then P is equals to 18. So then we can do the substitution. 18 equals to K1 times 15 times 3 plus K2 times square of 3. Okay, and finally the second equation will be 45K1 plus 9K2 equals to 18. Okay, and this gives us the second equation. So finally, you can do the remaining calculation, and then we can get that K1 equals to -2 and K2 equals to 12. So P is equals to -2 QR plus 12 times R squared. Okay, finally for part B, again a substitution. P is equals to 5 and Q is equals to 2. So 5 is equals to -2 times 2R plus 12R squared. So 5 is equals to -4R plus 12R squared. So as you can see, there is a square of R, and then there is a R. That means it is a quadratic equation. So 12R squared minus 4R minus 5 equal to 0. That means we have to use the solving quadratic equation skills in order to find the R. And then by factorization, we can get 4R plus 1, 6R minus 5 equals to 0. And finally, R is equals to -1 over 2, or R is equals to 5 over 6. Okay, so these two equations are the questions that I want to talk about, and some of the minor things or some important things that I want to remind you again. So if you have any question, please look at the videos again. Okay, so or find any subject teachers. Okay, see you guys.